Flooding, of course, the #1 killer in our country when it comes to weather. And Stacia joining us now with storm tracker Timm Crone to talk about the dangers of driving through flooded areas. Stacia?
That's right. I have Tim here, and we say it all the time. Turn around. Don't drown. It's extremely important. We even talk about it in our Trav's wild weather camps when we go to schools. And yesterday we saw so much water falling. We knew pretty quickly that it was turning into a very dangerous situation across Okmulgee County and even some of Muskogee County. And Timm Crone, you were out in the middle of it, especially when we started noticing how bad it was getting in Okmulgee. You went back into Okmulgee and you saw a lot last night. So let's talk about some of the issues out on the roadways that you saw. How many people last night did you see get stuck?
I personally saw 7, but helped 2 or 3 that just get them to high ground. But there was multiple vehicles that I never saw that obviously walked out, but several stalled cars and trucks.
Yes, and in just your one particular area.
Yes.
Von Caster was over around Muskogee, and he had the same thing going on. But so when you were there, what is something common that you were seeing folks maybe trying to, we watched your video obviously last night, and we saw some people trying to go through the water, and it's like, hey, what are you doing? Yeah,
as you mentioned, we tell everybody turn around, don't drown. Most of the vehicles we saw were very low profile and low to the ground. They think I can get through there with any problems. They get in there, the water just chokes out the engine, they stall. Luckily, most of that water was not moving rapidly. There were several areas that the water was moving rapidly. Had that happened to those vehicles, they may have been washed off and tipped into a creek or whatever. That's the danger part.
Yeah, and tell us about the person that you had come up and the vehicle was floating and he was in the car.
Yeah, he was just sitting there like nothing happened. I finally creeped my way down to him, and then he finally climbed out the window and literally just walked by. It was like nothing happened. So he was fine. They did check to see if there was anybody else in the vehicle, and there was not.
And when he got out of that car, the water was up to his knees at least.
Oh yeah, it was, one time it was right when he got out of the car, it was up to his waist. So had that water been moving, that would have been a very dangerous situation.
And what about the semis? Last night you mentioned that you saw miles and miles of semis.
Well, 75 was closed just near Preston. And of course, when they shut that down, semis coming up from the south just blocked everything. And when I worked my way back through south to Okmulgee, there was 4-mile pileup of just semi after semi after semi. That opened up probably at around 2 o'clock in the morning where people can get through there, but it was a tough go for a while.
Did you see emergency responders with boats on the backs of their
Not in this area. Back in Okmulgee, in the closer to downtown area, I did see several high water rescue areas that they said they had already finished that project, but they were out there checking vehicles, checking homes, but didn't see anything active at that point.
Yeah. Well, of course, we appreciate you going out in all those conditions. What advice do you have for people who are out in severe weather? Even though we say, stay home if you can, some folks still get out. So what advice do you have for them?
That's the key. If you don't have to get out there, just don't. And of course, we say it over and over, turn around, don't drown. You can always wait.
Right.
Wait for that water to recede, especially the areas that rapidly rise and fall and typically happen during flooding situations. Just wait it out and be safe.
And especially at night when it's dark and you can't see, you're putting yourself in danger, and then you're putting first responders who have to come save you in danger.
Correct, yes.
And well, we appreciate you so much. We hope you get some sleep here soon with some quiet weather this weekend.
Looking forward to it.
Brian, back to you.